If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yo, if you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, today I'm going to let you guys watch a video. Yes, a video, a testimony of a young lady who have been held by 4 gunmen, and they do what they want to do with her, and she's giving her testimony. But it's so unfortunate that it would be such a beautiful story if the victims were these women, Mickel and Donna Scott-Motley. Why, Lord? It wasn't them. Why not them? It would be such a fitting scenario for both women would be in the shoes, experience that this young lady has experienced. Because these women, they have never seen a murderer. A man will take whole woman and take it. Remember that their party leader, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization party leader, Mark Gomebere Golden, he held his wife and just take it because he can. And that's the kind of people that these people rally for, people who violate other people's rights. We at the Jamaica Young Police, we hate criminal with a passion. You understand? And, this is my contribution to my country. I don't care what a guy want to say, I was born and raised in a belly beast. We are everything. We are the baby born, the criminal baby that is all over infecting Jamaica. Now, we have a prime minister. First, since 1989, was publicly and I say publicly, support the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Most of you police officers have never experienced anything like this before. This man, Andrew Wallace, is the first Prime Minister to since Edward Seaga to attend the funeral of police officers. You have never heard them attending the funeral of any Don. None. And this man is doing the best for the country. And as I said before, and I'll say again, why Jamaicans must reject the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization in the next general election. And that's my heartfelt plea for law, order and justice, and for every Jamaicans who support the Jamaica Young Police channel. Fellow Jamaicans, we are at a dangerous crossroads in our nation history. And I said to you before, and I'll say again, you're going to watch a video. I hope you can manage what you're going to hear, because I can tell you it's nothing to massage your ego, and it's nothing for you to feel good. This is traumatic, right, real raw. I have done everything to make sure I protect the young lady's face, although she's out there telling her story. I have no reason to disbelieve her, because how she went through every detail of what happened to her. So the next general election, where your vote could either save our country or send it spiraling further into the abyss of crime, corruption and chaos. Remember, April 29th was the day that showed the world that the Jamaican people support the police force and the Jamaica Defence Force, and not the criminals. And the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they show you who they support. Jamaican for Justice is an arm of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Most police officers don't know that. Most PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization voters, supporters and activists do not know that, because them can't read, them don't understand logo, signs and symbols and their meaning. I am from the Belly base, born and raised in our PNP community, everything PNP. So when I am telling you from a long time that the PNP is a criminal organization, I dare any guy in the PNP come and tell me something totally different. Come and I can debate you. Because the number one bigger this time is my cousin. Period. That's how the sharpshooter, the man that speak different languages. So no can't tell me nothing. You understand? So as I said to you guys, if you truly love Jamaica, then you must, not under any circumstances, support the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization in the next general election. You can't. So let me break it down for you in no uncertain terms, because time for soft talk has long passed. 1. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization does not represent the law-abiding majority. They represent the criminal underworld. On April 29th, the true face of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization was unmasked again. And that day, Jamaican for Justice, the unofficial mouthpiece of gangsters, thugs, murderers and extortionists, staged a protest against the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Paid protest, you know them paying them protesters $1,500. Rob the protesters them $8,500. Typical way the PNP do, they call them a criminal, you know. It's a criminal organization. Same thing they did in America here. Their goal, to paint the police, not the criminals, as the enemy of the state. So let that sink in. So this is evidence, you know, that every constituency in Jamaica supposed to, the next general election is supposed to be 63-0. If you're a criminal-minded person, you're gonna love the PNP no matter what, because they are looking out for you. They make sure they enact laws that benefit criminals. Now we have a government that enact laws that benefit the law-abiding citizens and the victims of crime. But ask yourself, where were the so-called leaders of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization on April 29th? Where was Mark Gummy Golden? Where was Donna Scott-Motley? Where was Mickel Phillips? Where was Dayton Campbell? Where was Lisa Anna, who wants to rebrand herself as the darling of the diaspora? Not one of them stepped forward to defend the men and women who risk their lives every single day to protect us. Not one word in support of the police, but they always have time to tweet condolences to Dons who get killed or show up at funerals of known gunmen to win Garrison's votes. 2. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supports rapists, robbers, extortionists, murderers through silence and association. Let's be real. No decent party align itself with criminals unless they benefit from the relationship. And that's exactly what we are seeing. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization operatives have normalized the culture of rape, robbery, extortion, and murder in Jamaica. Do you want to know how deep it goes? Watch this video. I am about to show you. It is a woman, a Jamaican sister, who was raped by gunmen. Robbed too. Eat all her food. Her vice cracking. Her soul crushed. Her dignity stolen. It's heartbreaking, traumatizing, and a punch to the gut of any man or woman with a conscience. Now ask yourself why hasn't the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization saying anything about victims of crime, murderers, they're defending, but they want body camera. Which policeman have time in time shoot up to go turn on camera? That policeman, unless him ready for dead, they done with that. The only thing, if you take these people out there and let them experience what happened in the garrison with the police, you can just go, you can just driving out of the police station at Unspe, and by the time you reach Marcus Garvey Drive, somebody shoot at you. As I've stated before, I've been shot at more than 50 times. I can't count, but I know I'm more than 50 times. You understand? So why are they silent on the suffering of real victims, our women, children, our elders? You see them rape and kill all 88 and 92-year-old woman, rape them and bust them short, shot them. Because I never hear the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal come out and condemn these acts. Because their loyalty isn't to you, it's to the dons, the scammers, the extortionists, the killers, and the rapists. 3. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they undermine the rule of law at every turn. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has a long history of dismantling the justice system and empowering criminals. 1. They have politicized FLA to give criminals gun license. And we have seen it. Although at the JLP there, we have seen so many criminals, convicted criminals. We can't tell about Courtney Stammer, Terror Samuels, one of them. Danville Palmer, our brother, we a drug dealer, we get deported and he got prison in America, England, and him have gone. You have Caswell Campbell, the man who shoot the firefighter and Montego Bay. That man should not have been a gunner. Twice he was deported from America, and I could go on and on. And they haven't still, even to this day, they haven't done anything about it. Because the PNP has given these people all clean fingerprint records and erase all of them crimes. Because them say it was committed in their jurisdiction. Can you believe that? So they must say they never commit themselves at Jamaica, so they are decent citizens. So give them gun. So they have pushed for the release of murderers and the so-called rehabilitation schemes. Yeah, they are the ones that come in with this 8 to 10 years of murder and then people get parole. Madness. That's why the murder rate is so high in Jamaica. Once a man knows him can kill somebody and him have second chance at life, your life have no value among what think about is. That's why we believe in a death penalty straight across the board. We don't believe in a liberalism. Liberalism is madness. Yeah, some part of it good, but we are talking about that part when it come on. No, you understand? Criminal, for you violate somebody's rights, you give up your rights too. So the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they are against state of emergency, the only effective tool we have seen reducing murder and extortion. And right now the police, they are working as never before. They are motivated, moral up, because you have a prime minister that stand with them publicly. This never happened since 1989. So thank God for Andrew Wellness. That's why I tell you, Jamaican people, you can't go back. You have to move forward. So that you can't go back and play in domino one night. You don't have to worry about a guy come and rob and shoot. Or not drive by. Or a guy come and rob a bar and shoot the bartender after him rob her. No. 4, the police create criminal safe zones. Look at communities they control politically. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, Harnett Gardens, East Kingston, Kingston 11, Kingston 13, a certain section of Spanish Town. And I can go on and on. They have all of the garrison. Yeah, so what these communities have in common: murders, extortion, child rape, gang violence, and political protection for dons. These here aren't coincidences. They are symptoms of a party that cultivates and protects criminality as a political tragedy. I am from the belly of beast, and this is how the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization operate from day one. Seeing it, even witness police officer on behalf of PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization issuing guns in my community. My yard is big yard in a Jonestown, so people know about big yard, know the history. So this is not politics anymore. This is life and death. If you vote for the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, you are not just voting for a party. You are voting for the man who will rape your daughter, and the gang will extort your shop. The Don who will kill your son because he refused to join the gang. Let that sink in. This isn't a matter of red versus green. This is a matter of right versus wrong, good versus evil, nation versus annihilation. So when you watch the video of the woman who was raped, don't just see her tears. See your sister, your mother, your daughter, your girlfriend. And ask yourself this: do I want to live in a country where my only hope for justice is a vigilante because the system supports the criminals? The time to act is now. The time to speak is now. The time to vote for change is now. Reject the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Stand with the law-abiding. Stand with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Stand with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Stand with the Jamaica Defense Force. Stand with Jamaica. Yes, stand with the Jamaica. So now, I want you to watch this video of this sister. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. And I can tell you that, this is not something for you to feel good, but this is something to wake up your conscience. And for those who support criminality and make excuse of them, I want you to watch this and put yourself in as a relative or even a boyfriend or husband of this lady. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
2018 or 2019, thereabout, I was held at gunpoint by 4 gunmen. I was working at the call center in New Kingston, and at the time I was living in the Haney Park. So the taxi leave me like at a point, right? And from that point I had to walk to my house, or to the house that I was staying. While walking, I saw a Probox, like a 80 wagon, not a Probox, a 80 wagon, just drive up on me. A young guy jump out of the car and say, if you scream, you're dead, and if you run, you're dead. Just cooperate. They took me on this field, like a big field, and like a what we call ball field or football field. It was pitch black. I was robbed and sexually assaulted. After they robbed me and everything, one of the guys was determined that he was going to at night. He basically said to me, he was touching me on my body, and I peed because I was so nervous. I was shaking like crazy, and I peed, and he hit me in the head and told me to turn around. He basically turned me around so my back was facing him and pushed me like a hand's length apart. And I remember him saying these exact same words: "Hey girl, say your prayers because I know you're good." And in that moment I knew I was saying the Lord's Prayer which is Psalms 23, but out of my mouth came a different language. Up until today, I can't tell you which language it was. And talking about it, I can feel like my entire chest tightening up. I don't know what language it is. I don't know the language. I've never heard it before, but I know I was saying the Lord's Prayer, but it was coming out of my mouth, not in English, not in patois. It didn't even sound like French. It was just a different language. And I remember him saying, shut up. But I was just waiting. It's like in my head, I was praying out loud, but at the same time in my mind, I'm saying, okay, this is it. This is my last chance, and I'm not gonna go any further. I'm just not gonna make it. And I remember one of the guys turned to him and say, where you gonna kill her for? And she don't have nothing. I literally had Burger King. I went to the supermarket to get some sanitaries, my sanitary napkin, soap to wash that weekend, just like a nick snap, nothing much. I think I spent about $2,000 or maybe $3,000 at the supermarket, and I had a Burger King meal that I was going home with, and they took the meal. They even started eating the meal while all of this was happening. The guy that came out and preached to the other guy not to do anything to me, sorry, I know this is long, not to do anything to me, saved me. And I'm here, and it just came back in my head. I don't know why, but it just came back in my head. And it's just a reminder that God is not done with me. God not finished with me. Sometimes I get so worried about my life, what it's going to look like in the future, where I'm going to be. But why am I worried about the future when I saw the past that He has taken me through? He's not done with me. God not done with me. I have so much to give. I have so much to offer. The world is so big. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. And I'm not saying that I'm a preacher's child or anything. But I'm telling you, you see that man up there, so He's not done with me. And if He's not done with me, and I know this situation may not seem like the worst for some people, but if you're in a worse situation than that, He's gonna come through for you. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Just give Him time. Look, He said, look to the hills where my help come from. My help come from the Lord. Look to the hills. He's gonna come through for you. Believe me. Believe me when I say this. He's gonna come through for you. He's not done yet.
Yeah, so the men who do this young lady, this evil, they don't deserve to go to jail or prison. The fitting place of them is the departure lounge. Period. And I say that without any apologies. That's the only justice. Because the only justice for this woman, knowing that all of them who have violated her rights, sent to the departure lounge, and right consciously and subconsciously, she knew that they would never return to harm her again. So ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen, this is not an easy video to make. In fact, it's one of the most painful and heart-wrenching videos I have ever had to produce for this channel. And I say this not as a man who is here for views or clout, but as someone who has walked the streets, seen the bodies, spoken to the victims, and knows the evil that has taken root in our beloved country, Jamaica. What you have heard is not fiction. Yes, what you have here is not fiction. It's not a movie. It is true, traumatizing and soul-wrecking testimony of a young Jamaican, a sister who was raped by gunmen. Yes, let me be clear. I am sorry this happened to her. Deeply sorry. No one should ever have to endure that horror. But it's exactly because of that pain, because of that trauma, that I must ask the uncomfortable question. A question that is going to sting. A question that exposes the double standard, the hypocrisy, and the dangerous ideology being peddled by organizations like the Jamaican for Justice and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. let's say hypothetically that the woman in this video was Mickel Jackson. Yes, man. Let's say hypothetically that the woman in this video was Mickel Jackson, Executive Director of Jamaicans for Justice. Or even better, PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization Senator Donna Scott-Motley, the queen defender of criminals in Parliament, mouthpiece of murderers, extortionists, rapists, dons, always ready to give a press conference when a gunman is killed, but mute. Yeah, man, she get dumb when an innocent woman is raped or her children is slaughtered by her political allies, community leaders. Ask yourself, would Mickel Jackson still be out there organizing protests against the police if she was the one dragged behind zinc fence by 4 masked gunmen? Would Donna Scott-Motley still be marching for criminal rights and call it human rights? If it was her body left bruised and battered after being violated by the same criminals she shielded with her tongue and her party's policies, because that's what we are really dealing with here. A level of betrayal so deep, so profound, so morally rotten that it spits in the face of every victim, every grieving mother, every little girl who wakes up screaming in the night. Let's stop pretending. These women are not defending human rights. They are defending monsters. They are not standing up for justice. They are standing in the way of justice. Mickel Jackson of Jamaican for Justice, Donna Scott-Motley of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, the entire PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization cartel masquerading as a political party. I challenge you, I dare you, look this woman in the eye, watch her tears, listen to her voice as she described the horror of being raped. Lisa Anna, if you have any conscience in you, then tell the Jamaican people with a straight face that the men who did this to her deserve rehabilitation, or that we should not give the police powers to dismantle the gangs harboring these rapists. Tell us again how you believe in justice for all, because we have watched you fight tirelessly for the rights of criminals, the rapists, the robbers, the killers, the extortionists. But we have never seen you show up for the victims. Never. If it was your daughter, your niece, your sister, or even your mother, or you in that situation, you would not be defending these animals, these parasites, these vultures. So I am doing this video because somebody has to speak up for the victims. Somebody has to say the truth without fear or apology. Somebody has to hold up a mirror to these hypocrites who preach human rights while enabling human wrongs. To the people of Jamaica, how many more women must be raped? How many more children must be shot in crossfire? How many more decent people must bury loved ones while the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and its affiliate, an arm of the PNP, Jamaicans for Justice, chants criminals have rights too? Remember, Mickel Jackson is the same one that said it last year after the Cherry Tree murder massacre. She said the people who commit that act, they have rights too. Right, the bodies did not even reached to the morgue and she was defending the killers because she knew that the killers were a part of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. These were men, clansmen, gang, gunmen from Spanish Town. The time for silence is over. The time for political correctness is dead. Do not vote for a party that defend rapists, extortionists, murderers, killers. Do not support the organization that marches for them, for murderers, Jamaican for Justice, and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. If it was their pain, their tears, their bodies torn apart, would they still defend the wicked? I think you know the answer. To the brave women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and men, we support you wholeheartedly. We love you and we pray for you every day. To the brave woman who share your story, you are not alone. We stand with you at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We fight for you. We will never forget what they did to you. And we will never stop calling out the people who empower them. Jamaica, wake up. See your enemy right there. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. People like Mickel Jackson, Donna Scott-Motley, Lisa Anna and the likes. All of these people, they are enemies of the poor. And these are people who defend the killers, the murderers, the rapists and the extortionists in Jamaica. If you want a better Jamaica, we have to continue on the same path by voting and supporting the Jamaica Labour Party led by Andrew Mickel Holness. I am from the belly of the beast, born and raised in a Jonestown and Concrete Jungle, Kingston 12. I am not brainwashed. I can think for myself. I know the difference between wrong and right. We live in a society where they normalize murder and romanticize killers and make murder, killing fashionable. We want that to be a thing of the past. We do not want to bring that forward with us. We want a better Jamaica and we want to continue on this path. Have yourself a beautiful day. And my heart goes out to this young lady. If she have the chance, she can call me if she want to share her story with us here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. Because I would like to know what happened to the men who have violated her rights. If they have been sent to the departure lounge or what happened to the case itself. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.